the Sabbath before Christmas, December of 2017. I woke up that morning and I went to my church, Berean Seventh-day Adventist Church. I thought I got there early, and it was a Christmas program going on. So when I got there, it was packed. I was on the very last row. I had trouble seeing what was going on. My friend, her child just kept crying. I said, man, she was like, I'm gonna leave. My daughter just keeps cutting up. I said, all right, I'm gonna get out of here too. I'm gonna run over to Maranatha to see some friends that I haven't seen in a long time. I got there and caught just the end of the sermon. So one particular friend I was looking for, I told him I was there. When I texted him, he responded and said, I'm downstairs in the fellowship hall getting ready to open up the fellowship hall for this homeless ministry. I said, okay, I'll be right downstairs in just a minute. So I come down there, I'm talking to my boys, and then I look up, she comes walking through the door. I whispered to him, I said, hey man, who's that? He smiled, he said, you don't know who that is? I said, no, I've never seen her before. He just started smiling. He said, that's Stephanie, man. She's a good friend of mine.
And I was like, well, hi, my name is Stephanie, how are you? And he was like, hey, how are you? And one of our friends said, he's a flirt, you're a flirt. Y'all not flirting together? Like, y'all don't know each other? We're like, no, we don't know each other. The scenario is so funny because 4 years prior, I distinctly remember going to church with my friend. And after church, I said my goodbye to her. We parked directly next to each other. I'm walking back and I look up and I'm like, I remember his face from a picture that our friend had posted. And I'm like, aren't you? So I got in the car and I remember looking over and he pulled out first. I pulled out behind him. We followed each other to the expressway and we split. And I remember that distinct moment. It was just so clear. Later on, his friend came, he was like, so what do you think about my friend? And I was like, I think about this homeless drive right now. So let's focus on that. And he was like, okay.
We talked a lot, just regular phone conversations. But then when we switched over to video and I was able to just see her, and when I asked her questions, her facial expressions, certain just little things, the way she lit up and things like that, I just knew. Her heart, her character is what, I just knew.
His patience is something that I prayed for. I can be a handful sometimes. I can be complex. Just how he handled me throughout the whole time that we talked, me, asking him questions. I wanted to see if his words matched his character. He makes me happy. Initially, when we first got together, my family just saw that everybody was saying, you're glowing, you're glowing. I feel so secure with him. I'm always holding his hand. Every time we hug, I just feel safe. He makes me feel like I can do anything. I can walk this journey and I'm not alone. And I'm so thankful to know that he's here to walk it with me.
My heart still skips a beat when I see her. She makes me smile. I'm a very laid-back person. I don't smile much. She has brought that out. She can be a handful sometimes. just her, period, her character and how she is. I love it.
To other people who may have been in the same position that we were as singles, looking for love, trust God. Trust His timing. Hang in there. Don't give up. It's not worth the compromise. Everything I prayed for, I started to see it unfold the moment I started to spend more and more time with him. I started to see his character, which I wanted to see Christ, and it started to show. And God needed me to see it unfold in that way in His timing, so I can see that He was answering my prayers right before my eyes.
Every time I tried to do things on my own, nothing ever worked out. When I made the decision to say, God, I don't care if I don't get married. I just want to serve you and I just want to be saved. A lot of things changed for me, and then he opened up the door for us to meet. But when I kept trying to do things myself, nothing was working out, and I found myself being discouraged. So I would say, even if it seems like things aren't going the way you plan, remove yourself from the equation and let God work. Sincerely pray about it and let God work. And he will blow your mind. He will blow your mind in how he works things out.
He's clearly leading our relationship, and he gives us checkpoints to see those areas where he's in control. And we love it because we trust him. He lets us see the trust in each other. So I'm definitely thankful, because as we have journeyed to McKinney, he's let us see so many things. We're like a mirror to each other. We see the things that we didn't see before with other people. And the more we're able to see that and have that unfold, the deeper we fall in love with each other.